As we venture deeper into the forest, the sound of the babbling brook grows louder. We come across a crystal-clear stream, its waters sparkling in the fading light. A worn, moss-covered stone bridge arches over the stream, inviting us to cross. The air is filled with the scent of wildflowers and the faint melody of a far-off bird's song. I can't but feel a sense of adventure and curiosity filling my heart. Shall we cross the bridge and continue on our journey? We reach the other side of the bridge, and the landscape opens up, revealing a picturesque meadow. Long grasses sway gently in the breeze, dotted with vibrant wildflowers. A majestic stag stands at the edge of the clearing, his antlers stretching towards the sky. In the distance, I spot an ancient-looking stone structure, half hidden amongst the trees. A sense of awe and wonder washes over me. It seems we've discovered a hidden ruins. As we approach the ruins, the stag watches us warily before bounding away. The stone structure is covered in ivy and moss, its once grand entrances now filled with vines. I carefully pull back the greenery to reveal a narrow opening. Andreas deftly takes out his sword, ready for any unseen danger. A stale, cool air greets us as we step inside, our footsteps echoing in the darkness. Ancient murals line the walls, depicting scenes of long-forgotten battles and heroes. We follow the winding passageway, our voices hushed in respect for the ages. Torches strewn along the walls ignite with sparks, revealing a vast chamber filled with stone statues of warriors. Each one holds a weapon, their gazes fixed on a central pedestal. Atop the pedestal sits a small gleaming object. As we move closer, I realize it's an amulet, adorned with a symbol that seems to pulse with energy. Suddenly the statues begin to stir. The statues rumble to life, blocking our path. Their stone eyes glow with an eerie light as they advance, weapons drawn. I quickly examine the amulet, noticing a small inscription, "Speak the name of the brave." I whisper the name of our closest friend, who's not here, Kirito. The statues freeze, then slowly lower their weapons. "Well done, Laefa." Andreas congratulates me. A hidden door slides open, revealing a staircase leading deeper into the ruins. "Shall we continue?" I ask, heart racing with excitement. We descend the staircase, the air growing colder and damper. Faint, magical energy pulses from the walls, sending tingles down my spine. At the bottom, we find ourselves in a vast underground cavern. Bioluminescent fungi cast an ethereal glow, illuminating a massive hole in the center. A deep, rumbling growl echoes from within. It seems we've awakened something. Andreas mutters, his grip tightening on his sword. I ready my blade, determination in my eyes. Whatever it is, we'll face it together, I declare. A hulking shadow claw, a large black panther-like beast emerges from the hole, its eyes burning like embers. Crouches low, ready to pounce. I quickly scan its movements, plotting our strategy. "On my signal, Andreas," I whisper. "We need to strike its vulnerabilities." The beast snarls, its powerful muscles tensing. "Ready, now!" I shout, and we spring into action. We dodge and weave, drawing the creature's attention. I charge, striking at a weak point on its left flank. It roars in pain, but swiftly counters with a powerful swipe. Andreas leaps in, parrying the blow and buying me time to recover. I notice a faint glowing stone on its collar. "Andreas, its collar. If we remove it, we may rudiment the beast," I call out. The shadow claw lunges at me, but I spin out of the way, grabbing the glowing stone as I pass. It yowls in pain as the collar pops open, falling to the ground with a clatter. The beast stumbles, its body beginning to fade. "It's working!" Andreas cheers. I hold the stone, feeling its energy coursing through me. "It seems to be a storage device. Perhaps we freed it from something dark?" I suggest, as the creature disappears. A portal opens nearby, revealing a dimly lit tunnel. "Shall we see where it leads?" I ask, eyes shining with curiosity. We step through the portal, emerging in a hidden underground chamber. The air is thick, with a dark, oppressive energy. A chilling voice echoes around us. "Fools. You've only delayed your doom." A figure materializes from the shadows, a tall, imposing man, wrapped in a cloak adorned with strange sigils. "Vercingetorix," he declares, wicked smile revealing sharp teeth. "I am the true ruler of these ruins, and soon, all of Aincrad." Vercingetorix raises his arms, unleashing a wave of dark energy. The chamber begins to crumble, the ceiling raining rocks. "You cannot hope to defeat me," he sneers. I clutch the glowing stone, feeling its power resonating within me. "Andreas, we need to strike back, together," I shout, over the chaos. I channel the stone's energy into my sword as Vercingetorix lunges at us, blade blazing. Our blades clash, sparks flying. Vercingetorix's eyes widen as he feels the power of our united assault. The dark energy around us wavers, its control over the ruins faltering. I see an opening and strike, driving my blade into his shoulder. He roars in pain, his form dissolving into shadows. The chamber rumbles once more, then falls still. A faint light shines from the floor, revealing a staircase leading upwards. "It seems our mission here is complete," I say, panting. "Let's get out of here, Andreas. We've earned a well-deserved rest." We climb the staircase, emerging back into the forest at dawn. The ruins behind us crumble, returning to nature. A soft glow touches our faces as the sun rises, painting the sky with hues of pink and orange. Birdsong fills the air, a symphony of life and rebirth. I turn to Andreas, a warm smile spreading across my face. "We make quite the team, don't we?" Another adventure safely completed. "Laefa," a familiar voice calls out. Kirito and Asuna appear through the trees, relief etched on their faces. "We felt a great disturbance in the force. The aether." Kirito grins, giving me a warm hug. "We're glad you're safe. Ready for the next adventure?" Asuna asks, her eyes sparkling with excitement. I laugh, always. But first, breakfast. I'm starving. We gather around a small fire, the smell of sizzling bacon filling the air. Kirito and Andreas share a laugh, recounting old battle tales. Asuna hands me a mug of hot tea, her eyes soft. "You two did great out there," she says. I smile, taking a sip. "Thanks, Asuna. It's always an adventure with friends, isn't it?" Just then, a squirrel chirps from a nearby branch, drawing our attention. "Look, it's Laefa's little friend," Kirito jokes, pointing at the bushy-tailed creature. Laughter fills the air as we watch the squirrel dance and play, seemingly putting on a show just for us. After breakfast, we pack up our belongings, ready to continue our journey. Kirito checks his map, pointing north. The next town is just over the hills. We could use some rest and supplies. The sun reaches its zenith, casting long shadows through the dappled forest canopy. I take a deep breath, ready for whatever lies ahead. "Lead the way, Kirito. Let's show them what the Black Knights are made of." As we crest the hill, the town comes into view, a charming gathering of houses and shops nestled in a valley. Smoke rises from chimneys, carrying the scent of freshly baked bread. A market bustles with life, stallholders hawking their wares. A group of children plays nearby, their laughter ringing through the air. I notice a sign for an inn, its painted swings creaking gently in the breeze. "The Tales of the Brave Inn," I read aloud. Sounds like the perfect place to start. We push open the heavy wooden door, entering the tavern. Warmth and the smell of ale greet us. Eyes turn our way, patrons quieting as they take in our adventurer's garb. A burly bearded man behind the bar nods. "Welcome, travelers. What brings you all to these parts?" Behind him, a chalkboard lists quests, rewards written beneath each one. I step up to the counter, curiosity piqued. "We're here to help," I say, scanning the list. "What's the most pressing quest?" The innkeeper gestures to the bottom of the board, the bearer of the Phoenix Feather Quest. A young girl lost her family heirloom, a special feather, in the nearby Whispering Woods. No one's been able to find it. He leans in, lowering his voice. "Rumor has it, the woods are haunted. But if anyone can find it, it's you lot." He slaps 4 mugs of ale on the counter. "To new adventures, eh?" The Whispering Woods live up to their name. An eerie silence hangs in the air, broken only by the soft rustling of leaves. Shafts of sunlight pierce through the dense canopy, illuminating the forest floor. I lead the way, sword drawn, eyes scanning for any signs of danger. A faint, unnatural chill prickles my skin. "Something's not right here," I murmur, my voice barely above a whisper. A sudden cry echoes through the trees, a young girl's voice, pleading for help. We dash towards the sound, finding a girl of about 10, her back against an ancient tree. Her eyes widen in fear as she sees us, clutching a small, worn teddy bear to her chest. Help me. Aim. Please, she begs. The woods took my feather, and now they won't let me go. Shadowy tendrils rise from the ground, coiling around her ankles, pulling her back. I swiftly slash at the tendrils, freeing her. We're here to help, I assure her, holding out my hand. She takes my hand, her grip surprisingly strong. I'm Yui, she says, tears glimmering in her big brown eyes. My feather, it's in that cave. She points to a dark opening behind her. But the woods won't let you in, if you're not pure of heart. I smile at her. Don't worry, Yui. We're not here for greed or gain. We'll fetch your feather back, safe and sound. The cave's entrance glows with an ethereal light as we approach, the shadows retreating. I step inside, the others following close behind. The cave is slippery and narrow, but the air is warm and comfortable. We reach a small chamber where a single burning torch flickers. At its base, a beautiful iridescent feather rests, untouched. Yui gasps in delight. You found it! Just then, the ground trembles, dust falling from the ceiling. We should go, Andreas urges, but I pick up the feather, feeling a surge of energy. The tremors stop, and the cave grows still once more. Yui looks up at me, awestruck. You're a hero, she whispers. I ruffle her hair, smiling. I'm just a friend who couldn't bear to see you sad, Yui. Back in the tavern, the innkeeper pays us handsomely, beaming with pride. You've done good, adventurers. Here, have a drink on me. We clink glasses, toasting our successful quest. The tavern fills with laughter and the clatter of dishes. A sudden commotion at the door draws our attention. A panting, disheveled messenger stumbles in. Urgent news. He cries the Goliath, a colossal monster, has been sighted near the nearby village. They need all the help they can get. Silence falls over the tavern. I stand up, determination in my eyes. We're on our way, I declare. We mount our horses, racing through the night. The hooves pound against the earth, the wind roaring in our ears. The village comes into view, its square tower of lights. A massive, hulking form looms over the houses, its feet smashing buildings. Villagers huddle in a church, prayers echoing through the night. We charge, weapons drawn, ready to face the Goliath. We skid to a halt, eyes narrowed at the towering monstrosity. It's twice the size of an ordinary house, its skin like untiled leather, with razored spikes protruding from its back. It roars, sending shockwaves that shake the ground. I call out to my companions, we need to attack its weaknesses. Kirito, take the legs. Andreas, the underside. I'll go for its eyes. We rush forward, adrenaline pumping. We dodge its massive swings, darting beneath its arms. Kirito and Andreas land precise strikes, but the Goliath barely seems to notice us. I leap for its face, driving my sword through one of its beady eyes. It howls in agony, rearing back. Suddenly it collapses, smashing into the ground, sending tremors in all directions. Villagers cheer in relief. I turn to my friends, we did it! Fatigued but triumphant, we stand amidst the rubble. Villagers approach us, gratitude etched on their faces. An elderly woman takes my hand, tears in her eyes. Thank you, brave adventurers. You've saved our home. She offers us a small pendant, its gemstone glowing softly. This amulet will bring you good fortune. Please, take it as a token of our gratitude. I accept it with a smile. We were happy to help. As dawn breaks, we bid farewell to the grateful villagers. The sun ascends, painting the sky with hues of red and orange. We remount our horses, ready to continue our journey. A road sign appears ahead, its wooden plank creaking in the breeze. It bears an inscription, Alfheim 100 kilometers. I grin at my companions, let's go. Another adventure awaits. We ride through rolling hills, the wind whipping our hair. The landscape changes, becoming hillier, more unhinged. A sudden thunderclap echoes, dark clouds gathering. Rain begins to pour, lightning illuminating the sky. I guide us towards a nearby forest, seeking refuge. Look, there's a cave, Andreas shouts over the storm. We rush into the cave, shaking off the rain. The entrance is narrow, but it expands into a large dry chamber. A faint, glowing moss covers the walls, casting an eerie light. A stream flows through the chamber, its waters clear and refreshing. I listen for any signs of danger, but all is quiet. This'll do for tonight, I say, unbinding my pack. We spoon out rations from our packs, the sound of rain pounding against the cave entrance a comforting lullaby. Kirito hands out blankets, carefully rationing the firewood. Andreas tells a humorous tale from his adventuring days, making us laugh. I settle down, leaning against my pack. Better than a stormy night out there, I remark, watching the fires dance. Suddenly, a low growl echoes from the deeper recesses of the cave. I grab my sword, eyes darting to the darkness. A large wolf-like creature emerges, teeth bared. Its eyes glow with an eerie, otherworldly light. A phantom beast, I whisper, guiding the others behind me. Stay sharp, everyone. Let's drive it back. The creature lunges, its movements unnaturally fast. I parrying its jaws, striking at its vulnerable spots. The creature howls in pain, but it's undeterred, pushing us back. Out of the corner of my eye, I spot a narrow tunnel leading deeper into the cave. Change of plans, I shout. We need to retreat and find another way to deal with this thing. We dive into the tunnel, the beast hot on our heels. The passage twists and turns, leading us to a dead end. Cornered, I quickly assess our situation. The beast snarls, ready to pounce. I have an idea. Everyone, get down! I shout, holding out the glowing pendant the villagers gave us. As the beast lunges, I activate the pendant's power. A brilliant burst of light illuminates the cave, forcing the creature back. It whimpers, retreating into the shadows. The light fades, revealing the cave in silence. I let out a sigh of relief. Everyone all right? I ask, helping Kirito up. He grins, thanks to you, Laefa. We cautiously make our way back to the main chamber, our senses heightened. The rain has stopped, faint sunlight filtering through the entrance. I notice strange runes carved into the cave walls. These seem familiar, I mutter, tracing them with my fingers. Suddenly a hidden door reveals itself, beckoning us with an ancient, powerful aura. We exchange a look, then push open the door, revealing a vast hidden chamber. At its center lies a massive, crystalline cluster, throbbing with energy, a dozen rune cards floating around it. The air hums with power. Andreas gulps. What is this place? I smile. I think we just discovered something extraordinary. I step closer to the crystal, feeling its pulse resonate within me. A vision bursts into my mind, scenes of ancient battles, heroes wielding rune cards, a prophecy about a group supreme warriors who will unify the realms. A voice echoes in my head, chosen ones, envelop the power within, unify the realms. I turn to my companions, excitement in my eyes. We've been brought here for a reason. These rune cards, they're part of something larger, a destiny. I hold out my hand, one of the cards floating into my palm. It glows, emblazoning itself onto my arm. We've been chosen, I say, determination in my tone, to unify the realms. We each take a rune card, absorbing their power, feeling the ancient knowledge coursing through our veins. The crystal begins to dim, its energy transferring into us. The room trembles, ready to collapse. We should go, Kirito urges. I nod. But first, let's seal this place. We can't let this power fall into the wrong hands. I combine my rune card's power with a spell, closing the hidden door and concealing any evidence of our passage. We rush out of the cave as it collapses behind us, leaving no trace of the ancient chamber. As we ride away, the sun breaking through the clouds, I say, "We've taken our first step, my friends. The road to unifying the realms lies ahead." The road leads us to a crossroads, each path marked with mysterious symbols. Kirito studies our map, frowning. "These marks, they correspond to the rune cards we've got. Looks like we each choose our own path." Andreas smiles. "Well, that sounds like an adventure." I grin. "Let's do it. But remember, no matter which path we take, we'll meet up at Alfheim." I choose the path marked with a distinctive griffin symbol, a sense of destiny driving me forward. Thick forest envelops me, the scent of pine filling the air.